Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pro Clubs Weekly. I am your host, Eightball, and as always, I am joined in the commentary box by the one, the only, it's Domino! Domino, tell us a joke.
You. Boom! What
guy.
You said, Eightball. What I was going to say is I've got a run up to this video.
Go on.
That we're going to do this game.
You should have done the introduction.
However, my run-up is I have no clue what's going on, so please explain it to me, our fans, the people at home, our editor, my mum and dad.
When you say you have a run-up, this is literally your run-up to every single video we do. Very rarely do you know what's going on. So today is no exception. However, I will let you off this one time because it is the VFL World Series.
Ooh.
And this is something that I'm probably getting to grips with as well, and I think it's something that a lot of you should be aware of as well. So VFL World Series, it's a little bit different from VFL in that it brings in some custom-made teams. How you join these custom-made teams is a mystery to us. So we've done... This is very Pro Clubs Weekly. We've done a bit of research, but not a lot of research.
Not expensive.
But you will remember, those of you who have been around for a long while now, we did do a World Series game maybe last month, and they play a World Series tournament every month over at VFL. And if you win that, you collect points, and the higher up you finish, the more points you get. And at the end of a certain date, sometime next year, if your team has the most points, I think you win £1,000. So just go along with it, and you might win £1,000. You can't say fairer than that. You can't say fairer than that. So two teams today. One of them is AC Ruthless, and they are the team that are playing in the AC Milan kit. And it does look like, yeah, we're balling. I thought they were going to back out. And they're in the white, the AC Milan kit.
Yep.
And they are playing a team which are going to be Dom's nemesis because they are called Awobabobob. So for Dom's sake and your sake at home, and probably just so you don't have to hear me ever say that again, we're just going to call them AWOB. So it's AWOB against Ruthless. And I think 7 virtual minutes in is a good place for me to hand over to your favourite of the two, Domino. Wow, it's a red card.
It's a red card. I think it's clear.
Okay, so this is actually the final of this World Series, of this particular World Series. So the maximum amount of points to play for, 7 minutes in, to which 7 minutes I've been absolutely gassing for, that did not look like a red card to me, Domino. Wow. One of the best free kicks I've ever seen. Swings into the back post. So, I mean, Domino's still speechless, so I'll pick up. Ruthless are now almost a goal down. That scissor kick went a bit AWOL. They're almost a goal down, but they are a man down in the final, and they've got 83 minutes to play.
Eightball. I just needed time to compose myself to what I just saw in that build-up play. Right, first of all, thought it was a penalty.
First of all,
inside the box when he took it. I didn't think it was a foul. I think he went to clear the ball.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
I don't know what happened, but he actually did catch the player, although animation, not animation, he might be offside here.
Yeah.
He is. Anyway, happens, got the penalty, and then the red card happened. And I was like, I am unsure about this. And then it was a free kick at the end of the day. So it's not double jeopardy, so at least Ruthless can take solace in it's not the double jeopardy of the red card and penalty with a chance of going down to 1-0 with 10 men. Now, this is what we like to call character building here, 8-Ball. You have got the rest of the game here to play with 10 men, losing, I would imagine, the centre half.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And how are you going to cope here with, because it will change your game of thought, it will change what you want to do, how you want to play. So it's all about, and I mean, I'm not going to hear on here for it, because it's your players here. They're going to have to rally around a cry of the manager of like, right, this is what we're going to have to do. This is how we're going to have to play the rest of this game. Yeah. And you've got to get the other 9 people on board with this.
To be a fly on the wall now in that group chat, Domino. This, like you said, straight off the bat, this is character building. This is when you find out, you know, what's the mentality of your players. Are they players who are going to chuck in the towel? Are they going to not bother putting a shift in if the chips go down. If they concede the first goal, it's 83 minutes worth of character building, which I think might be a bit too many minutes of character building. But
too many minutes of my liking, mate.
Stick around, rather them than me. It's not
Yeah.
nice in real life, and it's not nice on FC24. It's a lot of running, it's a lot of discipline, and good luck to the Ruthless boys. And they are giving out free kicks like cereal box tokens, gifts in a cereal box. Those of you who weren't around the 90s might not know what the hell I'm
Mate,
on about.
I loved cereal box gifts. Mate, unreal.
I love free kicks, and I don't get either of them. Jeez. Right, so here comes the free kick. It didn't go backwards like last time, which is a bonus, but they didn't do particularly too much with it. Swings it back out, but Tiki Thangs, great name, does well. And here comes Unsuitable, just putting his foot on the ball. Out to Clark. Is the ball coming in? Yes, the ball is coming in, but Svenzo does really well. Back to Unsuitable, who's running things in the centre midfield. And it's always going to be the case when you're playing against less players. Spadino shifts it. Great tackle again from that man. But yeah, this is probably going to be a bit like how it's going to be for the rest of the game.
8ball, the cursor in the green there, the long-haired man, I think he's covering number 11 at the minute. He didn't go out and press that ball, and he sat back in a shape, stopped the short pass, ultimately made him shoot, and that was great bit of defensive play there. Yeah. The one thing I'm going to touch on, and I know we've touched on a couple of mental points here with the let's just see what we've got here. Nice and easy for the keeper. Yeah, so I know we touched on a lot of mental points. One of the other things I'd like to touch on is the annoyance. Like, even in real world football, when an injustice happens against you, blood gets boiling, your tempers start flaring, you need to calm yourself down and realise that you've got the rest of the game to play. And they are just pinning them back in their box here, but they've managed to get out.
Good tackle by Fabs.
And I think, they need to do this, foot on the ball like that. And they've played a great pass through there. And they have got winning runners, although they are down to 10 men getting forward. Well,
I mean, that was the man who just made that tackle in the box. And this is what it's going to be like. It's going to be a test of endurance. How many of these players have got Relentless perk on Domino? Let's find out. But yeah, it's very much Awob in the ascendancy here with Fabs and co for this Ruthless side. Doing really well, actually. I don't think you'd be able to tell for most parts of this game that they are down to 10 men. But that is the case, and that is what they've got to deal with. And
that's
my
unbelievable save, 8ball.
Arguably the best chance of the game. Jaren, the corner taker and the cameraman, unleashing hell with that left foot. But
so we're going to edge of the box.
Matched by the goalkeeper. A great save. Fantastic save. Swings in. Just the two Ruthless players in the box. Wilkie goes long, quick. But again, Svinho does really, really well. He's having an outstanding game, and he's gonna have to, Domino. He's gonna have to. It might just be him playing centre back by himself at the moment. We might have a little look into the tactics at half time, because I don't think the manager's had a chance to do it so far. It's been a case of defend. Other than that Jaren chance a few minutes ago. Yep.
But, and I mean, the one thing we haven't talked about, really, we've talked a lot about Relentless and the mentality here. We haven't touched upon anything about the AWOB mentality, really. 8ball, if you've... Oh, that's a great ball inside. Good block again. They are defending.
Chev's turn this time, the do-rag.
As I was saying, 8ball, I'm gonna make my point after this corner comes in and give you a question to answer for the people. And it looks like it'll be easy. Snatched up by the keeper. It is not. And they've managed to get themselves out. And we're half-time, so it'll go perfectly onto my question, 8ball. If you've got a game plan going into the game, and then it changes in your favour, their man gets sent off, would you then stick with your game plan that you're currently playing, whether it's expansive, tiki-taka, direct football, or would you then look to try and be like, right, boys, they're a man down, we're going to change it to more possession-dominated game, and not an end-to-end game, because their chance of beating us is on a transition?
I mean, they've just got to get that goal, because I don't want to say it's easy to defend when all you've got to do is not concede, because the hardest thing to do in football, real life, or in clubs, is score a goal. That is the hardest thing to do. So I think the onus will be on Awob to come out and attack in this second half. The longer it goes on, I think the more pressure they will feel. And Ruthless have got some dangerous players. I mean, we saw it with that Jaren chance. So, you know, they can sit back, absorb that pressure, and set Jared on his way and sneak a win here. It wouldn't be the craziest thing we've ever seen on this channel. And to be fair, I think the last few times, and it's a final, Domino, with a red card. Show me a final on this channel that we've not had a red card in. And it's always a freakish red card as well. So yeah, to answer your question, I think Awob have got to come out and they've got to get an early goal, and I think it just settles everyone down as well. Because them defending against 10 men is going to be a lot easier than them trying to score against 10 men.
Yeah, absolutely. 8-ball, hit nail on the head there, mate.
But these Ruthless centre-halves at the moment are having 2 incredible games. So it's a big task, and Fab's on the right-hand side as well. So look tasty in defence and attack as well. So again, that just plays into that counter-attacking style, which I think Ruthless are going to have to play.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Ruthless here is these transitions. When they've committed the bodies up front, you've just got like one less back here. Keeper comes and keeper does grab
back does much better that time, We'll ignore that first half one that they almost scored from just before half-time, which I think if that had gone in, you know, you rip up your team talk at half-time and the wheels start to come off. But They've made it through. They've done the first. They've done the first hard part. Oh, Beck. Oh, you're not helping me here. Clark picks it up. I thought he might have had an early shot there. Nick does well. And again, Awob have got enough players back to deal with it. And like you said, Domino, the amount of players that Ruthless throw forward, they're quite clearly trying to counter attack, but then they're almost susceptible to a counter. It's all getting. Here we go. Swanee does well.
Didn't have the other runner. Ruthless is doing really well here defensively. They are tucking in, getting man behind the ball.
Tackle. That was a good tackle. Yeah, she obviously doesn't like the do-rag.
I mean, I thought the first one was a good tackle, but he got sent off 8-ball, so we don't know.
The do-rag mass combination was obviously too offensive. Or it saved him another red card, I don't know.
It depends which way the referee's swinging.
But yeah, it's 30 minutes left, and it's all to play for. Don't forget, a man sent off in the 7th minute, which I think is probably the earliest red card we've had on the channel. So not a record not a real good record you want for the channel, but a record nonetheless. But yeah, if they can get change out of this, and this is a final as well, Domino. So we do need to have a winner tonight, and Thomas.
Good idea.
We're gonna get one by hook or by crook. I think this does go all the way through to penalties. There's no replay on this. This time I did do my homework.
Nice.
So yeah, we will get a winner.
Yeah, before the ball was actually kicked out of play, I was going to make a comment on Ruthless, and what they've done with transitioning from attack to defence has actually been fairly. He's
very good feet.
Waltzing through here.
Yeah,
well done.
Thanks. Yeah, the 2 fullbacks for Ruthless as well as the 2 centre backs have been fantastic. Oof.
Yeah, and like the point I was saying, you've got to be with 10 men. You've got to be perfect playing your way out, because it's a dangerous style. Because you haven't got another man in the midfield to make up the numbers to give you the extra triangle to play the ball out. But they have done it constantly and in different occasions. So you know they're all talented people and they trust themselves on the ball. They're not going direct, which you would do. It's better to lose the ball 20 yards in the opposition half than use it 5 yards in yours. So they are still playing this style of football. I mean, it didn't come off there, but they have been very, very good playing out. And for me, it's on Awob. It's on Awob to get a goal, and it's for Ruthless to see this into the depths where a goal would win it for them.
I mean, I think it would have been really easy for Ruthless to say at half-time, right, let's just go direct and let's just try and get it to Jaren, get something to stick, and we'll try and sneak it. They've actually played really kind of precise football, trying to keep a hold of the ball when they've got it as best as they can with the 10 men. And yeah, we're seeing it now. You know, it was tempting to go over the top first time, and they've got their just rewards because they've managed to go over the top anyway. And also they're killing time on the clock as well.
Exactly.
Adding that pressure in, and Chev, good win there, because if he didn't win that, a bit of hesitation.
Flight there.
And yeah, this is the Ruthless left back bombing forward now, and yeah, the credit to Ruthless and the tactics. To be fair, the manager's got it spot on so far. But the only stat that matters, Domino, is that scoreline, and it could all change here. Chev, fantastic work. And they've got
It's
to hold
getting a
it
bit more end-to-end 8-ball, because I think this is now the killer minutes.
Yep.
If Ruthless go and get a goal, that could see them through now, and it is the time you play that kind of expansive, riskier football, because you're in a chance of one goal wins it.
Yeah, and I think one goal will win it, Domino.
Yep.
Because both teams have defended so well, and with Ruthless only having the 10 men, it would be a tough ask to break them down having conceded another goal. But again, what do I know? I live to stand to be corrected, and if it means more goals, then prove me wrong all day. But a goal would be nice. A goal would be nice. It's the only thing this game is missing, essentially, is a goal or 6.
I'm not gonna lie, ball. I'm here for the penalties, but when we get it here, great defending.
You almost got one there. Again, Fab's done fantastically, and I think big shout out to Reginho as well. His hold up play, Jaren will get the headlines because he looks like the more dangerous of the two, but yeah, he's definitely played his part as well. And I think no disrespect to Awob, but Ruthless have played this perfectly.
Unbelievable pass, iron needle stuff there.
Great
roll
ball
coming,
out.
yeah.
Spadino just about keeps it in, and if they sneak one here, it will be cruel justice backed as well there. This one looks like it's going to go all the way, Domino.
It does. He's hanging on the ball a little bit too long here. Yeah.
Into extra time, possibly, unless they can cook something up here. Can they go beat this defensive line? Fabs cuts all the way back. It looks like he is playing for time, and time he shall get of the extra variety, because we've got 30 more virtual minutes of this, Domino. I mean,
we always say it, that some of the 0-0s we have on the channel are exceptional, and this 0-0 has to go by that. I mean, we are the biggest advocate for 11 versus 11, not 10 versus 11. So let's point that out first of all. However, having the red card very early on added a bit of spice in this game. And for that reason, I think this 0-0 is justified to be up there with one of the top games we've commentated on, because it does prove so much more in the game about the psychology, the mentality, and how the teams are going to come out and play. And if I'm honest, mate, I think Ruthless are getting the better of them here with the 10 men. Just because, I mean, they're not doing anything expansively, but they're frustrating the team. They are defending in a great order. Resilience are in there. And they look half dangerous on the counter. It's for Awob now just to try something different and really find that killer ball through, or that snapshot that's going to find you something. And they might have it here. And again, it's excellent. It's always the last ditch.
It is mentality monsters, mate. It's spot on. I mean, they've just matched the team with more players than them for 83 minutes. However, here comes Thomas in. Near post. I'm not sure if back saved that, but it's hit the post. It's come back out to Clark. Twins to Hatch. Good feet. Frenchie in there. To be fair, I mean, it's probably the first clear-cut chance that Awob have dug out, and what a time that would have been to get it.
They come out and fire an 8-ball.
Yeah, I think they've been told off at full time by the manager, and they've got
hair-dry treatment here, isn't it?
They do. They have a point to prove because they've just been held for 83 minutes. So they've got a rocket up them, and they look like they've got unfinished business. This is a cup final, guys. You can get maximum points in the World Series for winning this game, and it's probably going to be a 1-goaler. Or you can chuck it down to penalties. The lottery of penalties.
It's found his feet.
That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for Ruthless, obviously. I mean, happy days for Awob. But
8-ball, you got to be there. And I'm going to say something. As this second half extra time, Awob fully deserved it, because they've come out with a fire in their belly, and they're really showing it, going hell for leather to try and get that goal. Yes, there was a bit of, let's say, luck in there. The keeper unwillingly saved it, hit off him, but you've got to be in the positions to finish it, and he was there.
Another rebound goal. And I think the only reason why I was a bit like, I'm not so sure, is because Rufus did have that man in a great position on the line. The keeper animation let him down. It was a bit of a 2-for-1 of unfortunateness, but that is EAFC in a nutshell. That is clubs in a nutshell, and Unsuitable, who's had a cracking game, by the way. Comes
he's
forward,
rolled
Clark
him, and
stabbed
he's
it.
What a save.
Big
Keepers
save.
up.
Spilled
Good
it.
positioning by the keeper again. Great defending. They are hanging on here, but they've got to have to do something at the other end. They are hanging on, and Awob can smell the blood in the water.
Yeah, they can. They almost put the game absolutely to bed, lifting that World Series Cup. However, they're still hanging on in there. They're still there. They're still not down and out. So
no,
write them off at your peril, Awob.
Well, exactly, Eightball. And I said all they need is that one chance, that direct ball through, that sniff on goal, and you can tell by some of the quality in the players that they've got it in their locker, that they can finish it.
I mean, you asked me at half-time, Domino, like what I would have done as manager of Awob, how I would have sent them out. It sounds stupid, but like that, just make Ruthless have to defend, because a lot of that defending, unlike the second half, the whole second half where they looked comfortable in defence, a lot of that there was last-ditch stuff. Just, and that's when mistakes happen. That's when lucky rebounds, deflect to you, and that's when you get your just rewards. If they'd done that in the second half, it would have been a different story. But they're here, they're almost there, and can they get over the line in these last 15 minutes?
Yeah, because now if you're Ruthless, you've got nothing to lose. You are down that one man, as like we said, but you've then got to throw caution, stick the other player back in midfield. You've got to throw men forward here, and it's no good hanging on to a 1-goal loss. And there they are. Look at they've got the bodies flooding forward here.
Yeah, and I imagine that's what they would have been told. I mean, at least they've got time to kind of come back and think about what they want to do. They've had a half-time team talk.
He's gone in for a slide again, taking out his man.
It's part of the plan, Don. It's part of the plan. We have got 9 virtual minutes left to find a goal. They'll take a rebound goal. They'll take a ghost penalty. Anything will do for this Ruthless side.
Jaren
slid
through nicely.
Oh, what a big finish that is. He's been the danger man. I said in the first part of the game, he's the guy who will get the headlines. He's the cameraman. Jaren. But dangerously, they've got 6 more minutes to hold on as well. So I feel like the game deserves more goals. However,
Eightball, it deserves to have another extra time now. I don't want to see it go penalties. We need to carry this on. Like we said, Eightball, it is a half of 2 halves here going into extra time. Awob came out and dominated that first half of extra time, and then Ruthless came out and hell for leather, threw caution to the wind, hence why they got the bodies up. But let's not take anything away from that ball, iron needle stuff, and the finish. And look, they're hungry for more here because he's off on the wing. Has he got the trickery to go past him?
Yes,
he has.
He has.
Can he keep it on? Yes, he can. Get the ball to him as much as you can. Do not give the ball away there. Tries a professional foul. He stayed on his feet. He's got the ball through here. Decides to go across. He is definitely onside. Ball cut across, and he's back there defending. What can't this man do?
Love to see that. Love to see that. Oh, they've done it all again. Now the other striker's having to get all the way back. Wow. Yeah, that happened quickly. Wow. Okay. Well, it is penalties, and
we go straight in.
Yeah. There's no time for any.
And now
anecdotes.
it's 50-50 Eightball. It's 50-50 on the penalties now.
Flip of a coin. Oh, that's a big save.
Big save.
He guessed the flip of that coin. Goalkeeper standing to one side. Jaren, mentality monster.
Yeah.
Gets his goal, gets his penno, and here we go. Big penalty.
Yeah.
Did the little skip down the middle. Draws it 1 apiece to take the lead.
Oh, bottom corner, you don't save them, mate.
The goalkeeper ended up in the net.
Yeah, you don't save them, mate.
Here comes Spadino. Whew. I'm nervous. Oh, it's gone down the middle again. The goalkeeper's clocking that now. Last 2 down the middle. Durag and Glasses, man.
Oh,
he's been let off there, side-footed, the same side as the keeper. Oh, big save. Big save. This means if this goes in, Domino, it is all she wrote. Big finish. Keeper stayed down the middle. Game, set, and match. That is how you defend, and that is how you get a result.
Eightball. I'm going to break this game down to you simply from the adversity that Ruthless had to go through. Man set off early doors, defending for their lives for 85 minutes, going into extra time and going 1-0 down in the first half of extra time. The game is done. You're down to 10 men. Your resilience is gone. You've just conceded the goal. You're flat. And what happens? They come out in that second half. No heads dropped. They got that goal, and it took them to a 50-50, a gamble, a coin toss, and they went and got it. It's just the beauty of 11s. It's the beauty of clubs, mate, and it's the beauty of football.
22 or 21 different personalities on that pitch, Domino. This is why we stick around. This is why the channel exists. It is, every single game has got drama, but that was a special breed, I think. And hats off to Back, the goalkeeper there, because he made that big save just before the second half time. And then 2 penalty saves as well. So him and Jaren will take the headlines, but that whole back four for Ruthless were absolutely fantastic. Just a big shift, and commiserations to Awob, who again, I think they would, they would have enjoyed the game because they had a lot of possession. They were able to ping it around, and they looked good when they did it, and quite clearly they've got some absolute ballers in that team. I do think they'll look back and say, why didn't we go for it sooner? And that's not necessarily saying, we should have absolutely pressed it, chucked the sink at it, but the way they came out in that first half of extra time, that was a completely different side to the side we'd seen for the previous 83 minutes. So it's a learning curve, Domino, and as we always say on Pro Clubs Weekly, you will always learn more from your losses. And the beautiful thing about World Series is you play it all again in January, and
mate.
They'll have their chance at revenge, and we'll probably be there for it.
Like you said, it's commiserations to AWOB, because we kept talking about mentality monsters, but AWOB have then been down hearted because they've played the 85 minutes and not got a goal against 10 men. You're expected to win. Then going out in that second half and showing some steel and resilience and throwing caution to the win, and it was a domination. That whole 50 minutes of the extra time was a domination. They looked unbelievable, got their goal. It's just the way it falls sometimes, and it's very, very unlucky because, again, AWOB throughout the game didn't do anything wrong. They looked quality on the ball, and like you said, they probably enjoyed the game. But defensively, when they needed to defend through the 85 minutes, well, to be fair, through the 110 minutes, they're good maths, quick maths there. They were class. So it's a hard one, boys. But like Eightball said, you win more from your loss. You learn more from your losses, guys. But what an entertaining game both teams just given us. So hats off, guys. Hats off. Much
from a mutual point of view, thank you very much. Two new teams on the channel, so don't be strangers whatsoever. And conscious that we've gone on for a little bit too long. No thanks to the extra time and penalty, so we'll cut it off there. All that leaves us to say is please do subscribe. It really does help. Man of the match, there's not enough space down in the comments for the amount of man of the matches there should have been, so you don't have to do it this time. We'll let you off. If you like chatting with us, potentially win some money, etc., please do consider joining our Discord server. It's always good fun. But from me, Eightball, that is it. So good night, Domino.
Eightball cut it all, guys. AWOB Ruthless, mate, it's a privilege, absolute privilege. It was a great game to call. Rest easy, guys. We go again. I'll see you later.
Be real.